Alright, so ladies and gentlemen, the Gunners family, how una dey on this beautiful morning? Omo, una go endure with me because as at the time that I'm recording this video, it is still Saturday, but it is going to be coming outside first thing on Sunday morning. So in case I dey do mistake of tomorrow, today, una go just endure for me like that. As we get into the match preview of the game that is coming up today between Newcastle and Arsenal at St. James's Park. That is a stadium that Arsenal did not like. If you look at the past record, the last 5 meetings wey be say Arsenal don travel down to that stadium, Arsenal have lost 4. Newcastle have won 4 and Arsenal have only won 1 at that their stadium. You know, that stadium is always a noisy stadium, emotional stadium. Newcastle, they are always playing with emotion. They are very, very easy to defeat at home, but it is always very hard to crack their nuts. But I can tell you categorically that their stadium, it is very, very easy. Once you just get them 1 goal, 2 goals, their body go calm, everywhere go quiet. But before you score them, it's always a problem. Their energy is top notch, and you know, these are things that Arsenal players did not like, you know, pressing them, bullying them, muzzling them. This is one thing that Newcastle are very, very good at doing. And this is another thing that they are going to do again tomorrow. Now, if we are to look at the Premier League table, presently, Liverpool are presently topping with 15 points. Liverpool already carrying Arsenal with 5 points. And I think the closest to them is Crystal Palace and 12 points thereabouts. Now, this is the only opportunity that Arsenal have to close this gap. Because outside this opportunity, if Arsenal did not utilize this Newcastle opportunity to close the gap right now, before you know it, Liverpool will be going. Now, just small like that, they will begin, they go. Fine, they lose their game on Saturday, and you know, everybody just they happy based on saying they are first lose because you cannot continue to they win, they go. No be only you. They say me you can't they chop Premier League day in day out on top dying minute go. Anyway, Arsenal have an obstacle in their front to climb, and trust me, all what I'm trying to say to you is that that game is not going to be easy. And just like I've said earlier, it's going to be an emotional game. Arsenal players must not lose their head. They must not let all of those, you know, muzzling and running get into their head. They must come with their A game. They must come prepared. And if we are to look at it, Arsenal have done it incredibly well. I mean, carrying 10 points right now, playing, despite the fact that all of the games that they've played are big games. Most of the games that they've played against Manchester United already in these first 5 games. They've played against Manchester United. They've played against Manchester City. They've played against Liverpool. I mean, it's almost like Arsenal have played like a lion's share of the games that are supposed to be difficult games for them. And another one now is this Newcastle game, another difficult tie again for Arsenal. If Arsenal can climb all of these obstacles and survive it, if Arsenal can win this game, it's going to make it 13 points that Arsenal must have gathered on the league table already. If Arsenal can survive all of these obstacles, then I feel like all of those small games, like their next game now, coming up against West Ham, all of those ones should be games where we say they go judge a chop easily, because West Ham at this moment, they are in the very, very bad mode. Forget say they don't employ a new coach. They are in a very, very bad mode. Anyway, that's that about that. Let us leave West Ham for now. Let us talk about Newcastle, where we say now be the cocoa right now. Now, I was watching Mikel Arteta's press conference today, and he have a lot of things to say. But you know, 1 or 2 things wey be say me just dey follow out of his press conferences. I want to know about the injury update. Let us know the players that will be available and the players that will not be available, so that I go fit use and arrange my own lineup. But as things stand, on top Noni Madueke, Mikel Arteta make it clear that there is no update. Everything still remain the same on top Noni Madueke. And also about Bukayo Saka, you know, Bukayo Saka left the pitch limping in one way or the other in that game that Arsenal played against Port Vale the other time. And, you know, Mikel Arteta said no problem for Bukayo Saka. So, as things stand, Bukayo Saka is available for that game that is coming up against Newcastle. Now, here are my own lineup arrangement if I am Mikel Arteta. However, I really don't trust this man because, you know, Arteta will do what Arteta will do. Forget about what you fans may say. You can cry from now till next year. Arteta will only do what Arteta want to do. Anyway, here are my own starting lineup for that game tomorrow. And I feel like this lineup can, at least, you'll be able to handle Newcastle come tomorrow. David Raya in the goalpost, at least Baba don't rest. Gabriel, at least Baba too don't rest. And Saliba, those are the, you know, the best pairing in the Premier League. And on the other side, let us have Ricardo Calafiori And down there, let us have Timber. Of course, that one is not even negotiable. That backline, he just dey as he go dey like that. In the middle, I feel like Rice and Zubimendi should start that game. Forget about Merino. Let Merino sit down for bench first now. Then let us have probably an Ethan Nwaneri or an Odegaard, if Odegaard is fit. And by the way, I listened to the press conference from the beginning to the end, hoping that they will ask about the situation of Odegaard from Mikel Arteta. Baba, all of those people, so-called journalists, none of them opened their brain to ask about the situation of Odegaard. I was waiting. Somebody should ask now. Ask about Odegaard if he's going to be available. They no gree ask who. All they are concerned about is the atmosphere at St. James's Park, the Barcelona game. I don't know what concern Mikel Arteta, concern the way Newcastle play against Barcelona. I really don't understand. But anyway, let us move on with our own business. At the number 10 position, I feel like Ethan Nwaneri, if Odegaard is not going to be fit, Ethan Nwaneri should be able to handle that work. Trust Ethan Nwaneri, start him. Or if Odegaard can play, then let Odegaard start the game. Then Eberechi Eze at the left-hand side, Bukayo Saka at the right-hand side, and Victor Gyökeres at the forefront at the number 9. Mind you, it is not going to be an easy game. It is going to be a very, very tough, and they go run, they go press, they go match leg, they go collect yellow card. In that game tomorrow, I feel like Bukayo Saka is very, of course, there's no other person that can play that position. Noni Madueke is not available. Bukayo Saka will play a significant role because they go match that guy tomorrow. He's more like one of the biggest threats for those people. They go match him. No be cho. They go match him. Anyway, my own prediction for that game tomorrow, I think it's not tomorrow, it's today. My own prediction for that game today, I think I'm gonna say Arsenal 1 and Newcastle 0. That's what I think I'm gonna go for. And let's see how the matter will be. 4:30 today. What is your own prediction for the lineup? And what is your own prediction for the correct score? I'll be waiting, we go even call them for the scores at the end of the day. Drop everything at the comment section. If you have not tapped the like button, please tap. Subscribe to my channel. We are on the way to getting to 40,000 subscribers before the end of this year. We can achieve it with you pressing the subscribe button. Let me know what you guys think at the comment section, and I'm gonna see you guys after the game today. I wish Arsenal all the best. Maybe members of Banter Association of Nigeria, we will not go scream on top now, because if we lose, we banter us yesterday, we go banter now. And by the time we say we don't banter now, may no pay anybody because at that time now some of now will begin enter comment section called the scatter ground. May no pay you because the time where they pay Chelsea, where they pay Man U, pay Liverpool, una dey enjoy, una dey laugh. Anyway, let me know what you guys think, and I'm gonna see you guys later.